Hello, this is N4AJK, formerly N6AJK, and I want to share my ham radio story. In 2008, I moved from Southern California to South Carolina, and it was quite a shock. We had a lot of problems in our moving, and when I got here, I didn't know a soul, and I didn't have any radio equipment, so I didn't know what to do. So I just started looking around, and I did have some equipment. I had a old handheld from the 1990s, but it worked perfectly fine, but the battery was bad. But then I also had the AC adapter where I could plug it in and I could run the radio. So now I had power and I had a radio. I needed an antenna. Well, a dear friend of mine, N6BBA, who's passed away since, he actually made me a collapsible J-pole that I put up and I taped on it, of course, so it stayed together, but it worked fine. Now my last problem was I had no coax. So we had a dish for our TV network, and they cut down from one dish, they cut down from 2 dishes to 1 dish. And in the process, they left the coax in the ground. So I got a shovel, I dug up the coax, I soldered on some PL259s on both ends. I know there's a mismatch, but I hooked it to my radio, and sure enough, I got a signal out. And I started talking to the local repeater. And I started checking in, started knowing the guys in the club, became a member of the club, and then over time, my ham radio equipment grew. I had more radios here. I even got back on HF, which I love dearly. I talked to some very unusual people that send me cards when I send them cards. And I even worked up to now being one of the net controls for the station. So the moral of the story is this: do whatever you need to do to get on the air. You get a signal in the air and wonderful things will happen. This is N4AJK. Hope to catch you on the air.